From the very first lessons, you are becoming aware of something that has always existed, but whose presence you have ignored. Meditation must be understood and practiced every day, because there is never an end to understanding and discovering new levels. The purpose of this path is to teach you how to meditate on the chakras with perfect non-thought, so that you can recognize yourself and fully decide for your life. To succeed, however, you must train step by step. Previously, I gave you a taste of meditation by inviting you to practice non-thought, but that is not all. In fact, you must learn to take energy and use it, which is precisely what I want to teach you today. Chakra meditation. Chakras are simply points on the body that can hold energy. There is no need for me to explain everything to you in detail right away, because I will do so in the upcoming articles. What you need to know now is that chakras are not something strange or paranormal, but are simply points of our body that are better able to concentrate energy and allow us to use it as we wish. They are like containers that at first you cannot see, but by learning to perceive energies, you will realize how important they are for everyday life. A practical example is a headache caused by a mind chakra that is too drained. The same goes for a stomachache that arises from an empty solar plexus, or sudden back pain that wouldn't occur if the chi were full of energy. Even though today the term chakra might seem strange or unfamiliar, it is actually a very ancient term used to refer to certain energy points in our body that allow us to be stronger, more focused, and in better health. Each chakra serves the function of strengthening our physical and energetic body. In fact, those who meditate on the mind chakra no longer suffer from headaches, just as those who meditate on the solar plexus no longer suffer from stomachaches, and so on. Just think that the chi, which is the chakra of physical strength, is used by many martial arts masters and sports practitioners, precisely to increase strength, endurance, and speed. It is, therefore, additional energy, and there is nothing strange about it. Just as pictured in the image at the beginning of the chapter, the fundamental chakras are 5, although there are 3 others that are also very important, but we will talk about them later. Your knowledge must go hand in hand with practice, so that you can improve your evolution. So, instead of rushing, let's start with what you can learn right away: meditation on the 5 chakras. In the previous articles, you discovered that meditation is nothing complicated or mysterious. It's about relaxing in total simplicity, using a very specific technique that not everyone knows. In fact, it's always easy to say relax, but there are those who have never understood how to actually do it. You probably belong to that category as well, since you might believe that it's possible to relax only by watching TV, listening to music, and thinking about your problems or sleeping for a few hours. However, these 3 methods will not evolve your consciousness. Meditation aims to help you evolve both mentally and spiritually. This makes it a different method of relaxing while remaining the most effective, despite being the most ancient. All the others are hobbies, habits, routines, but they are not evolutionary actions. Meditation allows you to feel well in the inside and in the outside, as it allows you to fill yourself with extra energy that makes you become much stronger and more determined than before, in addition to the help of non-thought, which alone already prevents the useless leakage of energy that we habitually suffer. Let's be clear, today, without meditation, we live like zombies, always carrying around a fatigue that drains every bit of our energy and makes us feel weak already by noon, exhausts us by the evening, and makes us collapse into bed as soon as we get home. We can't go on like this, because this is not living. To improve our days, we need extra energy that benefits us despite the fact that we are doing the same things every day, which are sometimes boring and nerve-wracking as often as happens at work. Through chakra meditation, we allow our mind to be much more active, our body to be energetic, responsive and healthy, but above all, we allow our higher consciousness, which we will call soul, to be nourished and to evolve. Because while food nourishes our body, energy nourishes our soul. There's nothing surprising about it. The soul doesn't eat solid food like the physical body does, yet it needs energy to evolve and expand its power. The soul is made of energy and feeds on energy, just like our physical body feeds on material food. For this reason, the main nourishment it needs is meditation. Through the meditative practice, our soul too can be nourished and become stronger. Just because we cannot see the size and density of the soul with our eyes does not mean it should be ignored. We don't see our internal organs either. Yet, if we eat poorly, they still begin to get sick, regardless of whether we can see it or not. We may not see the moment or the reason they fall ill, and yet it happens and causes us serious harm. If instead we nourish our body with healthy food and engage in proper physical activity, our internal organs become much more resilient and their lifespan is extended. The same rule applies to our soul. At first, you might believe that the soul doesn't need to be nourished daily like the physical body does, because it doesn't complain, but in fact, it does so quite often. If you didn't eat today, your stomach will growl and you will feel that discomfort which, over time, will turn into pain. The soul behaves the same way, because in the absence of pranic energy, you feel increasingly confused, alone and out of place. You have an emptiness inside that prevents you from thinking clearly and making the right decisions for your life. Hunger makes it impossible to move forward, because when you're hungry, you can be as clear-minded as you'd like. It makes you fragile and easy to dominate. When your soul is hungry, it does not make sounds, but inside you will hear screams of pain that will make you feel increasingly empty and anguished. If you are here today seeking answers, it's because inside yourself you hear those silent screams which you don't know the origin of. You feel empty and alone, even though you may not understand why. You will be amazed when you realize that such sense of emptiness, that internal pain, that suffering, was simply hunger. When you skip an important meal and for some reason you don't eat, your body weakens and you feel sad and nervous. When your soul is not nourished, you feel even worse. Those intense pangs of loneliness, despair, and pessimism are nothing but hunger pangs of the soul. Right now, you don't understand this because you are not used to nourishing it. But when you develop the habit of meditating constantly, you will realize that emptiness and loneliness will pass, almost making you believe they never existed. This will happen when you have satisfied your soul's needs. When you fill your belly, you no longer think of your hunger. You are so full that you almost forget what it means to be hungry, because now you are satiated and don't think about it anymore. When you meditate constantly, you will forget the meaning of suffering. If you had an eating disorder and skipped lunch every other day, then dinner every other day, your body will react negatively because it will be under continuous stress. You need to eat at the right times and have proper meals so that your health can benefit from it. The same goes for the soul. If today you nourish it and tomorrow you don't, even if you don't feel that physical pain, your soul will still suffer the consequences and weaken. Then, start screaming inside you again, making you feel frustrated and pessimistic. Through chakra meditation, you will realize on your own from the very first sessions how profound the benefit of relaxation is, as you will feel calmer and more ready to face daily challenges with greater ease and serenity. That said, don't expect to feel so full of energy the very first time that you could break a wall with your gaze. First, focus on the mental state you need to maintain, because even if now it may not seem like much, it will be exactly what will make you evolve or give up. Then, with consistent practice, you will feel physically stronger, and there will be no need to wait years, because it will all depend on how valuable you make each daily session. By choosing to meditate, you will feel better, more energetic, and less prone to fatigue. The purpose of non-thought is to teach you to distinguish who you are from the external influences that try to pretend to be you. The purpose of the chakras is to fill you with energy so that you can then use it to gain benefits. During routine days, you will feel more energetic and alert, as if you had drunk 7 coffees, but without the side effects. And you will learn to protect yourself from external energies that want to influence the course of your life. You will also be able to use the energy obtained through meditation to achieve improvements under any aspect, both daily and spiritual. Do not believe that energy only serves your abstract evolution, because you will recognize how useful it is also in the concrete dimension. To mention just 2 examples, something very positive could happen in your life that you've long desired, but didn't know where to start to make it happen. Through the techniques, you might be able to move closer to its realization, or you might desire energetic healing for some personal issue or for the health of your loved ones, which without energy you wouldn't be able to carry out at high levels. Everything will depend on the commitment and interest you put into your practice. Surely no one else could do it for you. Chakras are very important because they allow you to take in energy and use it as you see fit. First of all, however, they will serve as a very strong energetic protection that will prevent negative events from happening in your life. To this, we will later add psychic protection, a protection technique that I recommend you to practice and which you can find it in the upcoming articles. However, even protection might not work well if you don't meditate first. Its effectiveness is linked to and proportional to the amount of energy you hold in your body. If you don't meditate, you won't have enough energy to block very harsh and heavy events. Although non-thought meditation is of fundamental importance, it still remains incomplete without the use of the chakras. You cannot learn to recognize your true self from external influences if you don't have the strength to protect yourself from them. This is why you need chakras filled with energy. Meditation needs to evolve non-thought and chakras in parallel, because if one of these 2 elements were missing, the balance will tip to one side and you wouldn't be able to use the energy as you wish. Having a lot of energy and not knowing how to use it doesn't solve problems, because your life, although improved, will still remain incomplete. Learning non-thought is necessary to better focus on your true goals. Non-thought and the chakras complete each other, coming together to form a perfect meditation. You might be wondering why I'm asking you to practice before even explaining all the details and answering all the countless questions you've asked yourself about meditation, in case this is your first approach to this practice. But don't worry, I've already thought of that too. In fact, in the upcoming articles, I will answer all your questions on this matter. First, however, I want you to experience the feeling of well-being firsthand, so that you can believe what I say only after having had proof on your own skin, not before. I don't want you to believe what I say just because you read it. I want you to put it into practice. By doing so, you will discover through your own experience that it's all real, and you will never have doubts again. If you don't practice, you will forever carry your uncertainties and expect me to be the one to remove them, but that's not how it works. It's you who must do it, by applying the techniques I've taught you. Only then will you trust yourself and no longer have to depend on anyone else. Therefore, before continuing with the explanation of meditation, I would like you to experience what it means to meditate on the chakras. The most important energy points in our body are 8. The Kundalini chakra, located at the tip of the spine, the sexual chakra, positioned slightly higher than the Kundalini. The 2 chakras are very close and are, therefore, often confused. The Chi chakra, located in the abdomen, below the navel. A female reference is the exact center between the 2 ovaries. The solar plexus chakra, located in the stomach, at the level of the pit of the stomach. The heart chakra, at the level of the heart, but in the center of the chest. The throat chakra, located on Adam's apple. The mind chakra, exactly between the eyebrows, no higher. The crown chakra, positioned above the head. Although the chakras are 8, we will focus in particular on 5 of them: the Chi, the plexus, the heart, the mind, and finally the crown chakra. These 5 centers are the ones that will bring the greatest balance to your spiritual awakening. The energy points will be recharged in different ways because they have different rhythms and capacities. So, I will show you the keys to optimize your energy centers. Initially, we will not meditate on the other chakras because they require much more attention, and for now, they are absolutely not necessary. You don't need to worry because through the meditation on the 5 most important chakras, the rest of the body will also be filled with energy, so the other chakras will be nourished as well. Through meditation on the 5 chakras, you will achieve excellent results. The first of the chakras on which we will meditate for 7 to 10 minutes will be the Chi. If this is your first real chakra meditation, I recommend starting with 7 minutes. In the next session, you can try with 10. The Chi is located in the lower abdomen, just as you see in the image at the beginning of the chapter. It is not necessary to be precise to the millimeter. The chakras will become very large, so even if you touch a point a few centimeters higher or lower with your fingers, you will still find it. What matters is staying within the area of the chakra without straying too far from the indicated area. The chakras are located at the center of the body, aligned with the spine. This means they are not shifted to the left or right. They are perfectly centered. Personally, I usually place my fingers in the area of the uterus, between the 2 ovaries, because I can particularly feel my Chi well in that spot. However, some people prefer to place their fingers slightly higher, as it helps them feel it better. So, feel what the best position is for you, remembering that it's not essential to be precise to the millimeter, since chakras are not as small as breadcrumbs, but much larger. So, don't worry. The second energy center we will work on will be the solar plexus, located at the level of the pit of the stomach. We will meditate on this chakra for 3 to 5 minutes. You will be guided by the audio version, so don't worry about the time because it will be indicated by the voice itself. For the times when you practice without listening to the audio guide, remember that the timing of the chakras must always be balanced among them. Therefore, if you choose to meditate for 7 minutes on the Chi, you must also choose to meditate for 3 minutes on the plexus. This is because if you were to meditate for 15 minutes on the Chi and only 2 minutes on the plexus, you would unbalance your chakra and that would not be good. Which is why I am giving you the correct timing. However, if you follow the audio guide I provided, you won't encounter any difficulty because it will tell you precisely when to move from one chakra to another. Next, we will meditate on the heart chakra, dedicating about 7 to 10 minutes to it. It is located at the height of the heart, but centered in the chest because it is aligned with the spine, so it does not lean to the left. Next, we find the mind chakra, on which we will meditate for 7 to 10 minutes. It is located exactly between the eyebrows. To conclude, we will meditate on the crown chakra for 3 to 5 minutes. It will help you have more dimensional experiences, which are very useful and positive. Now that you know the exact position of the 5 fundamental chakras, all that's left is to begin the guided meditation. If this is your first time meditating on the chakras, you can choose to practice lying down as a special exception, so that you can touch the chakras more easily, or you can sit in a half-lotus position as shown in the image at the beginning of the article. To start this new session in the best way, I recommend leaning your back against the wall to avoid strain, with a cushion underneath to prevent discomfort in your legs, as the meditation will last between 25 and 30 minutes. Be happy, because this is the first real meditation you will perform. True sessions, in fact, should last about half an hour each. During the meditation, you can choose whether to rest your hands on your knees, with the thumb and index finger touching, or place them on your pelvis, one on top of the other with the thumbs touching, just like in the previous image. Alternatively, you can use one hand to touch the chakras while keeping the other still and resting on your legs. This is the position I most recommend, because it is much better to touch the chakras with your fingers so that you can fully feel the area you are meditating on. We are ready to begin. If you choose to listen to the audio guide, simply follow the voice's instructions. However, if you prefer to proceed with the written guide, remember to spend at least 1 or 2 minutes on each instruction before moving on to the next sentence, allowing yourself enough time to fully practice each individual step. Relax and proceed with relaxation, without rushing. Relax your mind. Don't think about anything. Only listen to my words, while everything else stops. Imagine a white light around you, gently touching you. This beautiful white light surrounds you and moves around you. It makes you feel good. The white light surrounds you in higher and higher quantities. Imagine this light entering straight into your chi chakra. Breathe deeply and imagine the light flowing into the chi. Now, with one hand, place your fingers on the area of the chakra and touch it. Focus on the physical sensation that your fingers create as they touch your skin. feel the chi chakra absorbing the positive energy, also thanks to the touch of your fingers. Imagine your chi absorbing the energy more and more quickly. From this moment, focus solely on your chi, without thinking about anything else. Breathe prana into your chi and don't think about anything. Focus on feeling the touch from your chi. Relax and don't think about anything. Concentrate on the chakra without thinking. Breathe deeply and remove your fingers from the chi chakra. Now place them on the solar plexus chakra. Imagine the light entering inside your plexus and breathe it in. Focus well on your skin, physically feeling the touch of your fingers. Breathe deeply from your plexus and don't get distracted for any reason. Continue to breathe deeply from your plexus. Focus only on the plexus. Don't let yourself be distracted by anything else. Breathe deeply, then remove your fingers from the plexus. Relax. Now you can place your fingers on the heart chakra. Take a big deep breath from the heart and feel strong, truly strong. Feel your heart beating strongly. Focus on the beat of your heart and breathe. Feel your heartbeat increasing. Feel how your heart beats strongly. Feel the emotion it gives you. Breathe prana from your heart and feel it beating for you. Feel happy, fulfilled, because this is the feeling you must have while meditating. You are strong. You must feel the truth. Accept it. Focus on your heart. Feel how it beats strongly from the emotion. Don't think about anything. Just enjoy the emotion of finally being present. Relax. Now you can move your fingers to the mind chakra. Imagine the light entering your chakra. Huge amounts of white energy enter your mind and expand. Purifying it. They push out every problem, negative thought, every discomfort, every waste of time. Everything melts away, only the light remains, and goodness. From now on, don't think about anything anymore. Focus only on your skin, on the physical touch of your fingers. Relax your face. Relax your eyebrows and your forehead. Focus on the mind chakra without straining your face. Don't get distracted. Focus. Your mind is way more important than any distraction. Breathe prana from the mind. Relax and move your fingers to the crown chakra. Breathe prana from the crown. Feel it, how it opens you up to the universe. Remove your fingers from the chakra, resting your hands one on top of the other, placing them below the chi. Stay focused on the crown chakra without touching it with your fingers. Feel the white energy entering straight into your crown. Focus only on the crown. Breathe prana and relax. Thank you for allowing me to help you relax. I'm truly happy that you practiced this meditation because you allowed yourself to go beyond appearances and feel on your own skin the sensation experienced during chakra meditation. At first, you might feel so relaxed that you doze off, but with consistent practice, you will feel increasingly energetic and strong, so much that you will be able to change your routine and take more action in your life, feeling less tired compared to when you used to do less and felt more sluggish and apathetic. Meditation is the enemy of apathy. It makes you energetic and decisive, capable of achieving things you never would have imagined before. You'll realize this as you begin to notice positive qualities and situations suddenly emerging in your life and personality. You'll be amazed